Alrighty. Hi guys, I'm going to do this in one take, so hopefully I don't die, because I'm certainly not going to try and record this twice. It has been a busy week. So, what I'm doing is, this is effectively a very easy, consistent build to get Reincarnation 8 done, to farm souls, to just have fun, to feel powerful, to do good stuff. I like to have these four enabled: Spiritual Link, Mysterious Juggul, Ascension Fusion, Lone Wolf. For Lone Wolf, I've got it on 4-player count as well, just to show you how powerful this is, like on the highest max difficulty possible. Painkiller is what I'm choosing, and I'm playing as the cat. And that is the build. Just a quick point of reference too, before I forget, a little tip. This one here, Moneymaker, 25% chance to double a copy you gain. If you really are, wanting to min-max, that actually stacks with Jackpot. So there is a 25% chance to get 4,000 copper when you start a game with Jackpot. So rather than taking Craftsman's Inheritor, it's actually much more powerful and beneficial to take Jackpot, because you get plus 50% copper from the start. So it means you get the effects of being able to re-roll and level up and whatnot without struggle, starting with 4,500 copper. So it's highly, I suggest that one. That's tip number one, of which will probably be a couple. This is 2023, and I've played this game a lot, and I love this game. So I thought I'd make a little video to show you how to make it really easy. So first up, what I'm going to take here, because as you know I've already got Painkiller, and the reason I'm doing it in this order is because Painkiller costs 90, and I'm needing, hang on a second. Jeepers. Doesn't usually take this long. I'm not starting the video again. What am I even looking for? Endless Assault, that's the one. And Endless Assault costs 30 souls. So funnily enough, I spent heaps, but usually you can do this with spending barely any to start. I guess I'll take that. Tip number 2, press F10 on the keyboard, and you can take away the HUD, and it feels really, really cool. I'll show you what I mean. With this build, effectively all you're doing is throwing grenades. And with no HUD, it can feel pretty badass. Quite cinematic. So just throwing that in there. I'll go ahead and turn it back on, because you lose your health bar and all that sort of stuff if you don't have the HUD on. But I thought I'd just mention it because it's fun. Enhances the fun of the game if you can just do stuff like that. Second up, or third up now, if I don't sell this here, it will auto sell when I leave the area. So you don't have to stress about picking up everything if you're wanting to pick up your pace a little bit. And for the purposes of this video, I will try and make this a fast run, hoping to keep it under 40 minutes, but we'll see how we go with me talking and being distracted and whatnot. But I shall try. With these, mostly what you're wanting to do is from the grenade tree and the elemental tree. You're not actually going to care at all about the orbs. 1 second. Never mind, I thought I was going to sneeze. I'll just jump in here. Now, I'll explain to you as well what the build is. Probably should have done that right at the start, but yeah, this is how to make Reincarnation very easy. You can do this on any Reincarnation. I'm doing it on 8 with Lone Wolf tier 4, just so you can see like how absolutely overpowered it is. Easily the most powerful thing in the game, and consistent. You can make it happen perfectly every time. Painkiller. When you inflict an elemental effect, you trigger all of them, and you can do this every 2 seconds. Now the grenade is an AoE corrosion, which means every 2 seconds you can inflict every single element on everything in an area. Just watch over there. See, got everything. They're not even going to attack me because they've got the manipulation effect on them from a combination of lightning and fire. Plus they're taking miasma, which means they can't do anything. So yeah, and you just chuck stuff over there. Endless Assault, this one, it means you never run out of secondaries, which means you cannot not be killing stuff. Like, there's no... You can't lose, really. Hopefully this is showing you a little bit what I mean. For the sake of this video alone, to show... Actually, that's probably quite good right now. Because I'm doing all elements. To make it work, you have to reload once though, so I'll just do that. It's got lightning. Actually, I may as well get corrosion. There we go, corrosion. Just for the sake of this video, I might not even get ascensions, spiritual remnants in the second and third and fourth world, just to show you that everything I have right now is all you need. If you're playing co-op, obviously you can't do lone wolf, so if you are in a co-op, all you need to do is grab the painkiller. Don't worry about endless assault, that can just happen. Yeah, smoke genius. The faster it ticks, the more miasma you're going to get up there, so that's fine. And at the end of the game, the grenades themselves aren't actually going to be doing any damage. It's all elemental fusions that are going to do it all. Obviously don't need anything here. Except they will just because. Like I said, this build is so ridiculously powerful, and the reason for that is because it's all percentage based. We're not dealing any raw numbers, we're dealing percentage of enemies' HP bars as damage. So, as effective as it is now, is as effective as it's going to be in Worlds 2, 3, and 4, including against bosses. And that's just how it is. I hope this is showcasing how good this is. I'm not the best player in the world, but I think I'm okay. So all you have to do is keep chucking grenades in like every corner here and nothing can spawn. Because as soon as they spawn, they're dead. Just give them a hand. But other than that, no. Not an issue. Just a wave 2. You can actually throw grenades up there as well if you're interested in Superman maxing. And like I said, any weapons you miss, auto sell. So no stress there either. I don't do this sort of video really little, like this isn't really what I do. However, I did want to share the little bit of knowledge that I did have with everybody, so feel free to put in the comments any questions, I suppose, or comments, or anything you want to say. It's all good. I mean, extra elemental is always nice, so we'll grab that. Towards the end of the game, this build will eventually. You can continue winning just with this, but it becomes not the most necessarily easy thing in the world to do. Oh, I may as well grab that. The only weapons that you'll ever care about in this run, ever, like seriously ever, is a rainbow. Doesn't have to have anything special on it, can even be in the starting box for all I care. All you need to do is get to level 5 and win the game. The second thing you need is a shotgun, preferably either a really good Argus or even an average Wild Hunt is the best. Wild Hunt has the best damage output in the game, and I'll explain a bit more why when we get to that point. I'm not amazing at multitasking, so if I tried to explain it now, I'd end up stuttering. 30% damage. I mean, okay, so I'll explain a bit more as well about the priorities as to what you're looking for. Let me just kill these dudes, and we'll carry on with the next part. What's in here? Give a scroll, get a scroll. Actually, I hate energy sandals. It's trash. It's not great either, but I'll take it. Might save your life. And having a life saved is a good thing. Yeah, you can see how utterly absolutely. There's nothing that can stand up against this. It just cuts through anything. an AoE as well, and it's a time damage. It's just screen play. Oh, we got rainbow. Perfect. Lucky shot rainbow. Like that. Normal ammo, that's actually quite good, to be honest, because the damage at the end of the game is going to be mostly... you know what? I will. Weapon damage. So yes, the reason I'm focusing mostly on miasma right now, instead of talking about lightning damage, is because at the end of the game, most of the damage is going to come from spores. The first world is probably going to take 10 to 12 minutes, I'd say, and then worlds beyond that, about 8 each, and with the final taking about 6 or 7 minutes. But yeah, most of the damage is going to come from weapons towards the end. And you can do this build with any character. This character is the easiest and most consistent to get it right with right off the bat. I'm just going to take my watch off because it's actually hurting my wrist. Cool, so again, extra damage against enemies in elemental effect, which is going to be every enemy. Also, something that not a lot of people know is that stacks with miasma. So enemies that you inflict miasma to are now going to take 60% more miasma damage. So it takes a percentage of their health, deals that to them all the time, then it takes a percentage of that percentage and applies it as well, because of the elemental buff, which is what this character shines. I'll keep doing skill items. But as you can see, you cannot do anything with this build. It's extremely broken. Cool. And extra grenades, why not? Nice to not ever run out of them. I never get tier 3 of that because it's just recover a grenade for every 2 you toss. Okay, yeah. It's probably, it's probably quite perfect for this, to be honest. Very early for a spiritual link too. Plus 20% chance when you deal weapon damage while not inflicting an element. Right, meh. That is alright. That's the area. Restore a percentage of ammo on each kill and increase the weapon damage on subsequent shots. I won't this time. I really enjoy taking spiritual, sorry no, whatever they're called from other classes. It's just so much fun, but for this particular run I won't. Oh, look at that. Man, extra damage against elites and bosses, extra crit. This is perfect. So I'll tuck that here, switch it over, get to this guy. I'll actually do the wild hunt first because I might use it against the boss here just for giggles. Oh, look at that. First try. Plant spores. So here we go. Boss. Where are we? 8 minutes. Man, that's not bad for me. Many other people have lost. This is obviously speed on. I'll definitely break the game, but unfortunately I was going to. I hope everything I'm doing is making sense. First boss. Alright, Hex Smoke is always good because again it's like the Elemental Rage where while they're under effect of it, they take more damage. It's not you deal more damage with grenades, it's they take more damage, which means it will work with miasma as well. So the idea is to just stack buffs onto miasma. Don't really need anything here, and I'm not going to do the save and quit thing. Although I'll grab Copycat just to make the run go faster. Do not want to waste your guys' time. And we'll probably stop throwing grenades as soon as we get the spores gemini on the rainbow as well. And you'll see what happens. But again, I hope this is all making sense. If it doesn't, I guess I'll just have to record a second video. So wish me luck. Copycat is always good. Spiritual remnant to pick up. It's never not good. Oh, there we go. That's really the perfect first ascension to get, to be honest. Couldn't have asked for better. I grab on the house because money actually does become important during this run. Not majorly, but enough to care about. We're never gonna not have them. I'm gonna grab that one. Yep, don't need anything there either. I got Copycat really making this video quicker. It isn't really doing much other than speeding the run up. What you'd want to be on the lookout for are things like smoke rifle zone. They increase the duration of your grenade and the radius of them, which is actually very important for this. Oh, what have we got to upgrade? Two elements that could be useful. Man, don't really need a lot of these, do we? I guess we'll just grab a random one. Oh, that's actually very good, funnily enough. Cool, nothing else in here. Hex Smoke 2, perfect. This is actually, we're getting pretty perfect for the rolls here, to be honest. So let's jump through here. What we need now is a craftsman, because we're going to etch the rainbow, and then we've pretty much won at that point. I guess I should probably explain how spores works as well. Let's grab this. Oh, there we go, spores. So with spores, what it does is when you shoot, the hit you do, see this damage just moved to the roof now? It's because every shot with the rainbow is doing, it makes the game think your offhand weapon is shooting them, but you're actually doing it with your main hand weapon. The trick with this one is that the wild hunt is really inaccurate and the rainbow cannot miss. So what you're doing with the rainbow is you're rapid firing extremely heavy hitting shots on enemies that don't miss with a gun that is traditionally hard to hit with. And I feel like I explained that really shockingly. Chuck it in the comments if you need more explanation, and I'll write an essay for you. So yeah, it's at this point of the game where it actually becomes quicker to kill enemies by shooting them than with the grenades. The grenade was really just to guarantee the first world, because you can't really lose with painkiller. I should also mention painkiller. It actually negates the effect of fire, lightning, and corrosion when afflicted to self, which means you can't be slowed by corrosion and take damage over time with fire, and take extra damage by lightning. So all we're going to care about now is leveling up the Wild Hunt. That's literally all we care about. Which is why also I said money becomes important during this run. That's the reason why, because when you're leveling up the gun, every time you get to a craftsman, you need that cash. It's also why I mentioned jackpot at the start, because that can be another good one to get if you want to forego the beauty that is. But yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Reincarnation 8 lost. I'm trying to show you it's not so much about the fire damage and the lightning damage as such. Of the two, lightning damage is better because tier 3 of it increases your weapon damage against enemies who are inflicted by shock, and that can be extremely valuable when everything is under shock. Fire is trash. Well, I think it's trash. I'll grab lightning. Tier 1 and 2 of it are super average, but tier 3 is incredible. That other scroll we just picked up just now is also amazing because it means every time we level up here there's a chance to do 2 level ups instead. So currently level 7, level 8 didn't trigger that time, but I think it's a 33% chance. Also I mentioned earlier, anything you don't pick up auto cells, note that I have 254 copper right now. Jump through here and it boosts up to 594. And that's because everything on the floor auto-sold. So you can actually save yourself a lot of time by just ignoring stuff on the ground. Grab this boss real quick. So you can still, like, grenades are still powerful. I'll just show you a grenade only bit here. It's an AoE that deals huge damage over time. So don't shy away from using them. And there's also heat smoke which makes them valuable. But yeah, shooting does become more powerful if it's grenades. Case in point. So effectively we're just going to ride this wave all the way through to the end of the game now. We've pretty much got everything we need and it's all good really. Reloading, I mean I'll grab skill damage. Nothing else really stood out to me there. Also with Smog Gun Zone, you can do this and just cover the entire map in miasma. And you don't even need to like shoot anything because by the time you get to them, they're dead. As you can see over here, these dudes are all like half dead already. So it's all about knowing the map layout and sort of abusing your knowledge. So I knew that a bunch of them were going to spawn up there, so I just lobbed grenades in that direction. Against the flow is perfect, it means we're not going to have to reload. Another Wild Hunt, that one's actually really good because of the lucky shot, but I'm quite content with what I got, so I'm not going to bother. One thing I do need to test actually just while I'm here, because I might make a video on it if I break the game. Doing spores with Bloody Drill, I don't know if it applies the bleeding effect. I have a feeling it does not, but I'll test to see if it does, and if it does then I'll showcase that. Because that could be quite interesting. Also don't be afraid to take a hit from these things on the wall every now and then with Painkiller, because it actually gives you a speed buff because of the corrosion. Oh, that one actually gave us a double level up, which is super lovely. Having a level 10 plus weapon this early in the game is, we're very ahead of the curve right now when it comes to bashing out damage. As you can see, like, stuff's just, there's no chance. I don't know if I'd go as far as calling this a cheese build, but it certainly feels like it sometimes. It feels a bit like an I win button. And also the reason I'm showing this now is because they've announced that Reincarnation 9's coming out. I imagine this is still going to be powerful in Reincarnation 9 unless they add new modifiers to the difficulty, which we'll have to see. I hope they do, because otherwise it's just numbers increasing. But this is a very good build to make you feel confident at the game, because stuff just melts immediately. And the cat probably makes the best use of it due to his heavy smoke and elemental range. But yeah, that's all of the elites dead. Cool, cool. Oh man, look at that. That's so interesting. I've never actually had tier 3 of that, but that's fun to have. Jeepers. Oh, okay. I was going to mention legendary inscriptions. This is about as good as it possibly could have got. Extra crit on each crit hit, extra crit again, and an extra beam. Man, I think I'm going to have to... Oh, that's tricky. I'll keep my bad one, just so that you can see that you don't actually need the perfect roll, although that would make for a certainly entertaining run. I'll grab it. I am going to have to do a very quick backtrack here, just for a second. Oh, Elemental Rage. There's no chance any enemy survives longer than a second from this point on. I'm going to sell everything manually, just so that I can go back to back to the Craftsman, and we're going to quickly etch and level this up real quick. Keep this one here just in case we get very unlucky, but I think we'll be okay. Alright. Now we begin the long, slow walk back. 40 grenades, guys, look. That's amazing. Alright, so you need to have a weapon at level 5 before you can get a Gemini on it. Oh my goodness. First try. And we had enough to level that up. Okay, well, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that we lose this run now. We are so extremely far ahead of the curve, it's not even funny. I've never had 40 grenades in my pocket either. That is a lot of grenades. I'll just keep that there, just out of respect for it. It got us a long way. Alright, boss time. Yeah. Not going to be necessary. Yeah, nothing good here either. Man, another good rainbow though. Man, getting extremely good stuff here. So throw a few different attacks with the hex going, and then just melt mode. Also, if you tag him with a mark, you can just look down into the floor and keep shooting once he goes underground. Just another little tip for this boss fight. It makes him quite easy. Killing an enemy affected by elemental effect, extra rate of fire. This here is huge because the my goodness, awesome. Because the rainbow basically just got a double fire rate buff, which is massive when most of the weapon damage comes from weapons. Probably won't get anything here unless it's amazing. I'm going to grab this just for the giggles of it. You don't really need it if you're trying to save souls. I have the max souls you can get, so it's not an issue for me. But yeah, I hope this is showing you why spores is so powerful. I have managed to do this with the bunny character as well. She has Warlike Blade as an ascension, I think it's called, which is, man, that's so curious. We could do a quick check actually. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll grab this real quick, and we'll see if this tags bleed onto enemies. Let's have a gaze. No, it doesn't. Oh, well, at least that answers that question. We don't need to do another run now to find out. Cool. Oh. Oh, it's back to Origin and we're actually insta-killing stuff as well. Minus 90% damage. Oh, actually, I wonder if that is... Oh well. Any more enemies? Oh, yeah, there are. So yeah, the Foundry only. You can pull out your Foundry and do this if you want, but it's fast enough to kill them without it. I'm just going to run back and grab my actual good weapon. That's a really, really cool bloody drill though, not gonna lie, that's very amazing. I'll have to show it to my friend, he'll like that. Cool, and the build is complete again. Oh, getting lucky with those double ups, which is nice. Can't say I've ever noticed that before. Plus 44,000% elemental chance. Okay. Here we are. So 20 minutes in, and we've already got the end game build. Like, yeah, if you want to just practice high difficulties in this game, this is the run. This is the build you want to go for. There's a scroll that consumes all of your grenades or your secondary skill when you get to the upper limit of them, and then it gives you weapon damage per each one consumed by that method. With this build, that scroll becomes extremely overpowered. I've never had it with 40 secondaries, so that would be even more ridiculous. But yeah, also the rainbow can shoot through floors, in case you didn't know. It's very useful. And also the rate of fire, you'll notice, is just going through the roof because of this one. Yeah, plus 40%. Which makes farming these bosses really easy and quick. Just in the habit of grabbing all the souls. Really don't need them, but it feels good. Alright, what do we got? Lightning Shard. When dealing... yeah. I was going to get Lightning Shard, but Painkiller already does that for us for free. So it's, yeah. Generally on any character, Painkiller is good. Even characters that don't do skill damage or elemental damage. Oh, movement speed, finally. And lucky shot chance, mate. Good. Yeah, why not? It's at this point in the game where you don't really need anything else. You're about as powerful as you need to be / are gonna get. Like, things die in less than a second. That's kind of already it's already enough. Also, another tip, I'm glad this guy's the enemy. If you tag him, I'll just show you. He's still tagged, even when there are multiple of them. So you can literally sit in the corner and hit him when you don't know which one he is. Oh, he's still here. I think I lost my tag. Oh, there he is. Cool. Sweet. Sweet. Deft Hands actually, those were both very good. Deft Hands is good for obvious reasons. Although, just in case you're not familiar with it, I'll explain it. Deft Hands means that when you kill an enemy, you get a buff for the following 2 seconds after that. That means you don't consume ammo while shooting. And it's with this gun, things die much quicker than every 2 seconds when there's a group of enemies. So basically, you just never consume ammo. And then with Against the Flow, it means you're always at full ammo. So it's a very cool combination. Anything cool with upgrading? I always like upgrading stuff. So actually, I'll It's weird, I know, but I'll do this. The reason being, if I forget to throw grenades, I now have a chance to inflict elements when dealing non-elemental damage, so this run became even more AFK at this point. On top of that, I think I just got corrosion, corrosion conversion, which is pretty insane. Because Painkiller triggers all elements on any element. Hex Smoke tier 3, now enemies are going to be taking way more damage and dishing out less damage, which is good for bossing and mobbing and anything. Yeah, one grenade just pops everything now. I mean, those were crabs, so it's not really a fair test, but we'll see how we go. One grenade, yeah. The miasma effect with the grenades is so powerful that you're basically as powerful in the first room with this build as you're going to be in the last room, like where stuff just dies immediately with no chance. You can still die if you're not careful though, so don't become too cocky. Man, that's cool. That's very cool. It looks like we'll be done before the 40-minute mark, which is nice. I was hoping this would be a quick video. We're good. They just die already. Alright, leveling up the Wild Hunt is same as. Oh, hello. Sanguine Relic actually can be good with this, just as an FYI. Purely because you have constant damage output, which means you're constantly going to be regenerating HP, which means you can't die unless you release the trigger. Man, that's also quite cool, lucky shot. Oh cool, more rate of fire, that's nice. Zings. Like I said though, anything is just bonus at this point. We've pretty much won the run already. Oh wow, okay. Oh, is that what that meant? Again, that's another one I've never had tier 3 of. I always wondered what it means by effect of taking hit, but it actually means you trigger it by hitting an enemy, not by killing an enemy, which is cool. Long shot's amazing, and immunity to slows is also amazing, so grab all that. Grab all that. Level up some stuff. Level 21 Wild Hunt. Nothing to laugh at, this early in the game at least. Looking good. Yep. Here's the goblet. There we go. Corrosion, don't need it. Don't need that either. Oh, grab grab a little bit more damage, I suppose. Also, maybe tip number 5 or 6 or whatever you're up to. You can rest here, and it recovers all of your HP and shields. On top of that, it also does not give you ammo. That's cool though. But if I quit the game, I would be able to resume from this point with everything I've gained thus far. Man, should we do it? I reckon we should do it. Should we get rid of Endless Assault now that we don't really need it? Lethal Smog. Oh, that's actually lovely. So yeah, Smog Bound Zone increases the radius and the duration of your smoke grenades. So if I chuck one over there, it's got a huge area of effect now. And it lasts, I think, +5, +3. I think it lasts 11 seconds now, which is pretty crazy. Like, if anything lasts 11 seconds, you're doing something wrong. But yeah, as I said earlier, the weapon is what does 90% of the damage at this point. Just looking for red chests and craftsmen as we go. Give a scroll, right? Goodbye, ammo capacity. Oh, I don't. In my mind, that was give a scroll, get a scroll. Because we're not killing fast enough yet. Only weapon, the only enemy in the game that still freaks me. This guy right here. Absolute nightmare. Everything else is fine. I feel like I walked straight past a chest. Oh, didn't I? Any chance of a spirit feline? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I kind of regret getting rid of Endless Assault now. That would have been 80 grenades. That's wild. You can also, you know, tag out with his guns. You can always target something with a move like that. It's really, really quite a powerful gun. The Ascension I just got, which triples my grenade damage, sorry, quadruples it, does not increase the damage of miasma, just FYI, it's purely just to help. I'm actually going to do this, because I really enjoy this one. Don't care about getting more weapons, don't care about that at all, and don't really care about ammo either, so that sounds good. Don't care about skill damage. Nah, I don't care about ammo. Oh, whoops. I thought it was get a goblet. Is that good for us? Probably not. You're right. Level up, level up, level up. 28 now. I hope I didn't just commit suicide by taking flesh and bones, but we'll soon find out. such a dangerous scroll to get. I love having shields. There's so many things that give you a bonus when you have shields. And of course it's this guy. I feel like my flesh and bones is hurting. Just gone ahead and put a tag on him, and now I'm just auto-critting. So, tagged his head. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to get rid of flesh and bones. I feel like it's not worth having. If I stop losing my mind and can find it. It's enhanced. Cover for HP increases HP recovery. No, let's not. Let's not and say we did. Why not? Something good. A free refresh is a free refresh. Oh, he certainly was robust. Oh no. Okay, 90% of my runs, if I lose here. And you know why. These are the worst mini-boss ever. But I think we're good. Oh, there's another one. Yay. Oh. Oh, there's 3 of them. Whoa. That's unlucky. Wait, don't tell me that's 4. No, I'm wrong. They're the priority as well because they run away and then resummon their steed, which makes them a nightmare to deal with. Oh! Sorry about that. I also still don't actually understand this enemy. Do you just have to get lucky with him? Can someone let me know? Cool. Need any of those? That's cool. That's actually really good. Yeah, that makes me feel better about dropping flesh and bones now. I'm pretty sure I saw a vault in here too. Ugh, purple tree. Wish I'd declined that for the memes. Must not have seen a vault. Must have just been the door. Oh well. Boss time. Let's see how we do. I did just use my free revive, so I might actually get really unlucky right at the end here. But we shall see. That's could come in clutch. Don't want that. That's permanent now because paranormality, so cool. And actually weirdly cool. Alright, final level up. Level 32 Wild Hunt. And here we go. My movement speed is so bad. So, what I didn't manage to get, and what I hope all of you do get, is good movement speed. because that is like the bread and butter of this game. And unfortunately, I didn't quite nail it on that front. Oh no. Oh, I got him too. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Unfortunately, I lost right at the end. But you can see how powerful this build is and how easy it is and how quick it is to get through a game. Like 37 minutes to just absolutely smash it. I got quite unlucky on a few of those scrolls. Didn't really get much in the way of weapon damage, which would have been nice, and movement speed absolutely shafted me. Nevertheless, still happy with that run. Feel free to chuck any questions in the comments, and hope this was fun for you to watch. Cheers.